We just solved this problem, actually, remember, with the by matching up the coefficients, right? Which is way more efficient than setting up your own system of equations, especially if you can't choose nice numbers, right? And look how messy that would be. But we already know the answer. The answer would be d is 1 and negative 3 by matching the coefficients. But I also want to take this opportunity to show you, because this could save you time depending on the situation, right? You can use the solution of x equals I. This only works for when you have a sum of squares, x squared plus a squared, okay? So what we're going to do here in this situation is we'll let me put it in, say, black. We'll say let x equal I. Like that'll go to 0, right? That's kind of like what we're doing before, make that guy go to 0, right? Well, when I is 0, that goes to 0. Now, why is that useful? Well, because when we multiply both sides of this equation by this denominator, that guy stays the same. Now, over here, we have all of this. I put in the values we got, 2, 1, 2. That's from the easy one, right? Remember, cover. That's the easy, nifty trick. But now, because x equals I, we know that x squared plus 1 is 0. So that guy goes bye-bye. And hey, and there's an x squared plus 1 here. Remember, this is really x squared plus 1 times x squared minus 1, right? I put it together to save time, but that's going to come from that. So that guy is going to go to 0. That's an x squared plus 1. That goes to 0. So the only thing that's left is this guy when x equals I. So let's put it all in. Starting on the left side, we're going to put, where's x? We're going to put I. So that's to the fourth, we're going to get 2 negatives 1s, which will cancel each other. We're going to get a 6. We're going to get 1 negative 1 come out, so that's going to be a positive. It's going to be a plus 2I. That's going to make that guy into a minus 2. Remember, x equals I here, and then this is going to be plus 4I minus 2. I think we can simplify this, right? We got, what do we got here? We got 2I plus 4I. We got 6I, and we got, let's see, 4I plus 2, 6I, 6 minus 2 minus 2. That's 6 minus 4 is 2, so plus 2. And it equals, it must, now this is the only term that's left. So let's put in our I. So it equals D. We don't know what D is. We know it's I. We don't know E. Now x is going to be I. I squared, well, that's just going to be minus 1. So minus 1, that's going to be a minus 2, right? So what do we got here? I'm going to keep going here. So it's going to be minus 2 times I. That's going to make another minus come out, right? So it's going to be plus, this will make that become 2D, right? Minus comes out tilted minus 2D. And then we're left with minus 2EI, right? 2EI, right? So now we just got to match them up. We know that this guy equals this guy. Well, 6I here, I've got minus 2, so obviously E equals minus 3. So that's a messy minus 3. But we already calculated that by doing the coefficients, right? And then matching up the 2 part, we can see that D equals 1 because 2 has to equal 2D. So D equals 1, which is what we had before.